Jason Bourne is the fifth Bourne movie if you count Bourne Legacy. If you don't, like, I kind of don't. I kind of think of that as its own thing, but whatever. It's a continuation of the story that Bourne Ultimatum left off on, and now Jason Bourne has come out of hiding after the events of Ultimatum to find out more truths about his past and like his personal life, his family, such things like that. And that's the plot of our movie. So, going into Jason Bourne, actually, I'll give you some backstory. Not that much backstory, but just a little. If you asked me, I say about a week or two ago, if I was excited for Jason Bourne, I would have said, I'm so pumped, I'm so there, it was my most anticipated July release. And then the reviews came in. The reviews were just kind of mediocre. I wasn't really satisfied with those reviews. So then I went into it kind of skeptical. I wasn't really sure. I was still excited to see it, but I mean, it was kind of kind of thing. I actually ended up liking the movie. I liked the movie actually a good bit. It's a pretty good movie. It's not as good as the first three movies. It's definitely better than Bourne Legacy. But yeah, like Matt Damon's obviously great in the movie. The action is great. Paul Greengrass knows how to use shaky cam, because I hate shaky cam. I legitimately loathe shaky cam. It's usually just a bad attempt to mass poor stunt work, and that's all it really usually is. But Paul Greengrass uses it in a very interesting way. I like the way he uses it. He utilizes shaky cam in a very artistic way. That's why I like his action. So yeah, the action's great. Some of it goes on a little too long, but it works. The movie is actually kind of tightly paced too. It has some tight pacing. Story at times is interesting, but it isn't as investing as the first three movies were, and that's because a huge chunk of those movies is dedicated to a side plot involving a social media app that people are questioning its privacy settings type thing. It's interesting idea, but I didn't really like that storyline. It didn't really work for me. It was just kind of there, and that was really it. This movie could have been a lot tighter in terms of its narrative, but still a fun movie. Most of what they show you in the trailer is pretty much just the first 20 minutes of the movie. There's a lot of movie after what you see in the trailer. So, yeah, but I'll say this much, though, like the car chases and everything were very well done. A little too long, but very well done. And the movie's fun. It has a sense of fun. The theme comes on in the end, and it just ends it perfectly, and it's a Bourne movie. Bourne is back, but it's not exactly in the way you might want him to be. But if you haven't seen the first three Bourne movies and you want to see this, watch those movies first. You will be so lost. You will not know what the frick is going on and who all these people are and yeah. Watch the first three movies first. You will. I don't know if you'll hate this movie if you haven't seen the other ones, but you won't. I think you'll be very lost. So yeah, but overall, Jason Bourne's a fun movie. It's not great. It could have been so much better, but I like the movie, so I'll give it a B. Not the beast! Ah! Yeah, I know. Yes, Nicolas Cage just proved my point there. Another one. My last review of the summer, so it's kind of odd that it probably ends the same way it began. I don't know what grade I gave first. Actually, no, it was Captain America Civil War I reviewed. I gave it an A, so that doesn't really count. But, yeah, that was my review for Jason Bourne. I like the movie. I like Bad Moms as well, and I also really like Nerve, which I reviewed a few weeks ago. You have some solid choices to see right now in theaters. They're not great. None of these movies are great, but they're all fun. They're all enjoyable. This is probably my favorite of the bunch, even if I didn't act like it was, just because it could have been so much better, but it's definitely more well-made than, Nerve and, Bad Moms, so, yeah, that's my review of Jason Bourne, so, peace.